Okay, so master bath toilet. Hey, Mikey.
Yeah.
Turn that water off there.
Alright, so it's leaking from the bottom of the fill valve on the toilet. You can see right there, there's a drip of water right there. And it's dripping down onto the floor.
Daddy,
Here.
Daddy, it's filled up.
Yep. So we're going to check that out.
Yeah, that tub's taking a while to do its thing, so
This water's black too.
we can try some acid. We may have to auger that
This
drain.
water's black too.
Yeah, that's water coming out of the water heater. The water heater on this house is going to need to be replaced because it's septic. It's done got bacteria growing in it, and you won't get that out. You know, you may flush it out for a little bit, but the bacteria is already there, and it's going to grow back, and the people are going to have, you know, black, dark water and bacteria in the water. So probably not a good idea. Let's see how the drain works. Mike, go check that other drain in the master bath sink. Seems to be performing well. Yep, it's good to go. So to shore it up in here, probably need to replace the fill valve on the toilet. Replace the faucet on the master bath sink, shorten the tub spout, and caulk. Looks like the whole tub needs to be caulked. I don't know, maybe the handyman can do that, or I can do it, but the tub spout needs to be shortened at the very least by the plumber, and then they do the caulking if that be the case.
Black.
Yeah. So here we go in the bathroom. As you can see, the water in here is black too. That's all out of the drain stopper obviously is not working on this tub. So let's turn it off. That drain sounds like it's doing pretty good. It's dropping the level pretty good. So you know, probably what we need to do is just go through on all the drains and pour some hydrochloric acid in all of the drains just to make sure that there's not going to be a problem with that. Alright, so that handles the master bath and the hall bath. Let me check that one for leaks.
I don't see any leaks under there.
Let me see what happens when I flush it.
Okay, you flush it, the plumber's helper. Now this trap here, you don't have to do anything about that, but this is a chrome trap, alright? And I can already tell by tapping on the bottom that metal on the bottom of that trap is really thin. It's been here forever. And what's going to happen? Yep, and what's going to happen is that thing has rusted, and it's going to end up leaking in the bottom of that sink. Don't lift that, Jimmy. Don't lift anything. Don't touch anything. You got it? You may not. Alright, so there's more water. Yeah, see, this sink here's messed up too. So really, with the way it's pouring water out of it too, you're looking at replacing this faucet and the master bath faucet. Seems like the drain on this sink is draining okay. That dirty water, that's all out of the hot water heater. Okay, Jamie, you may not ever lift one of those. You can break them. Okay, so don't do it. Hold on the camera. All right, plumber's helper. All right, let's go look. Let me turn out the lights in here, and we'll go look at the other issues in the house. That's one lavatory in the master bath. Was there not 2 lavatories in there? Yeah.
There's one here, and then another one in there. Okay, okay. So the one in there needs work. This one seems to be okay, unless you just wanted to replace it to match the others. Look and see, is there any more bathrooms right here? Okay. All right, here we go in the kitchen, and let me find a light to turn on. There we go. In the kitchen, this kitchen sink faucet is functioning. The disposal. Huh. I wonder if there's a sink or a switch under the sink. Watch out.
That?
Alright, that's a old disposal right there. Oh, there's the switch right there. That is pretty gnarly operation there. I don't even know how old that thing is. It's probably as old as the house is. Seems to be running, but it's crazy loud. Let me stop it up and see how it gets rid of the water. I'll put this on cold side so we don't get such dirty water coming out. Run them both because I want to check the drains and make sure that we don't have drips going on. No, I need to look at this myself, James. When I'm doing a video, I have to do it. Okay. So yeah, the water pressure is kind of low here. I may be able to adjust that water pressure up. It's not really doing very well. Let's check the sprayer. Sprayer's working. It's almost like there's a restriction right there. Oh, watch this. This faucet needs to be rebuilt. It's a Delta, I think, or something close to a Delta. I think I can get the parts to fix that, or replace it, one or the other, whatever you want to do. That there's a kit that I can do to rebuild that faucet, or we can put the new fixture in, depending on what you're doing. Okay, I'm going to turn the disposal on and give it some water. If it sucks the water out, it's doing all right. Yeah. It's not. From the sounds of it, the bearing's about to go on it, but it is working. I don't know how long, but it's working. So kitchen sink faucet needs attention. Let's go ahead and run the dishwasher while we're at it. Turn it on, and we'll come back to that. Oh, watch out, son. Now we'll go down to the laundry room.
I'll look at this while you're on.
Watch him, Mike. Alright, we have a bathroom down here. Where's the light for it? There it is. Okay. Oh yeah, that's got some old flush valve in it. And the bolts are pretty rusted up. Let's turn it on and see what it does. Alright. So we'll see what that does. The sink here has got some crickets in it. That's an old
old fixture, so you may want to replace that for looks. I don't know what the purpose of the house is, if somebody's renting or if you're selling, but that one seems better days. But it seems to be running. It does not have. Somebody took the aerator out of it, and that's why the water's kind of shooting sideways when you run it, because it doesn't have an aerator in it. I don't know if I would have one that did that or not. No, I wouldn't have a gold one. I'd have to put a silver one on it. That's your hot. There's your hot water coming out there. Oop, there comes the dirty water. Yeah. See how it turned colors all of a sudden, and suddenly the thing's getting all dirty. Let's see what that drain could stand to be adjusted. It's not really giving a lot of room for anything to come out. It seems like it might be draining okay. There's not enough area there, so probably need to adjust the height of that drain. Toilet's filling up. I can tell you that this flush valve is way too high. If this fill valve goes bad, this is going to flood this wood floor, because the water level is supposed to rise. If you look at the handle here, alright, the fill valve, see, that's almost even with the top of the tank here, and then here's the flush valve, or the flush handle for the flush valve. This is the flush valve vent and drain and overflow tube. It's way too high. So if this thing doesn't stop the thing from filling properly, then it's going to cause it to come up to the overflow, and by the time it hits overflow, water is going to be coming out from under the handle right here, and it'll flood this wood floor. So let me see. Looks like the fill valve did its job. We may only have to just put a flapper on this dude. See if I can cut the flush valve tube down and put a different flapper on it, and we could probably get by with this one without having to do a rebuild on it. That would be my suggestion. So, alright, now we'll move on to I guess this is the laundry room. Are these on? What happens with these guys here? Let's turn it off. We'll turn it off. Let's go ahead and fill this washer up and see what we got going on. And we're going to put this on a extra small, and yeah, I better not put it on hot. Let's put cold here. We really don't want that black bacteria stuff to get into the washing machine. So I'm going to let that be filling up, and we'll run a drain test on that in a minute. Let's see, I'm assuming this is where the water heater is going to be at. If I can find the light around here. Okay. Oh, there we go. There's the water heater. Alright. Turn the light on. Here we go. Okay. As per according to the gas guy, so you can see this is the gas warning card right here, and basically they're telling us, see if I can get out of the light here, they left water heater off and it says do not turn it on. It's in the garage, doesn't say, unable to test the appliance because there wasn't water on. Also, here's the deal on it. There's not a condensate trap. There's supposed to be a condensate trap right here. This is the, let's see if I can hold the light and video with this at the same time. It's supposed to be a condensate trap right here to catch water by code. That's what they require to have on there. So in order to turn this on, we need to put a condensate trap on it. And then I'm looking for the gas line. There we go, there's the gas line. And there's a gas valve there for the gas line. I don't really like that kind, but if it's not leaking, that'd be alright. Now here's the deal. This water heater is, like I said, is septic. So
Can you give me that for a minute?
this water heater is septic. Alright, the water heater, let's take a look at the tag on it. The water heater, to read a water heater, most of the time, those two numbers right there, I'm not sure if I can get the focus good enough on that for you to see or not, but basically what those numbers are saying right there is, maybe I can do it indirectly like that. Yeah, there you go. 9538. So this is a 1995 water heater. It is way past old. It's coming up on 20 years old. And so this water heater really needs to be replaced. Especially with the black water you've got coming out of it, the septic water. I would not run this anymore in the house. It's unsanitary with the septic, and it doesn't have a thermal expansion tank on it anywhere, which is required by code. So probably more to look at replacing the water heater, because if you have tenants coming in here, the minute they see that black water rolling out of there, and we can flush it, like I said, but I have never been able to get sepsis out of the water in the last decade that I know of. You know, there's things you can try to do by inserting bleach into the system and all that, but anytime you start putting chemicals in the water, you become liable with stuff. And you know, my time to do that, the time to clear that out and actually get the system flushed beside, you know, is actually going to cost more than it would to replace the water heater. So that looks to be it. I will check my list and see. We'll come back here and drain the water heater, I guess. That's taking forever to fill, man. That's on cold. It's just barely filling, which means that the screen on this thing, I guess I'm gonna have to go to warm. So that side's filling. Your cold isn't working on this thing. If you're gonna leave this as part of the house for appliances, probably gonna have to get back in there and see about cleaning the screen out on the back of the water or washing machine. Handyman can probably handle that. I'm gonna go up here real quick and check the check the ice maker real briefly. No. Crushed on. Oh, water. Okay, yep, we got water coming out of there. Check this now for water. It is got water in it. Now let's see if we can take it around the drain and make sure that it drains properly. Oop, I got my finger in the way. It sounded like it just drained. Yep, water's gone. So good deal, nothing wrong with the dishwasher. I have no way of knowing about the heat setting or whether or not it'll dry, but plumbing wise the dishwasher's working fine. Refrigerator's doing fine. Now we just need to take a look out the back, see what the faucets are doing. Hey, babe.
Oop. Bigfoot clumsy. Alright. Well, the handle's broke on the faucet, but it seems to be able to turn the water off because I don't see any water dripping out of here. So that's probably okay. Short of needing a handle. Alright. That's it for the plumbing. I'll go do an estimate based on this inspection and we'll go from there. Back at the washing machine. That's the last thing to check before we go. See the black water in the washing machine? Not going to work. Really got to replace that water heater. I'm going to go ahead and try to drain this thing now. And just to check the washing machine drain. What we'll do when we come back to do the work, I recommend that what I'll do is I'll fill this washing machine all the way up with water till it's absolutely full, and then put it on drain and make sure that the drains are going to handle the flow. It looks like it's doing okay at a quarter of a barrel full of water, but it's best to test them on a full load basis, because sometimes it's got to fill the pipes up before it overflows. That's all the way open. I think we got it. Yep. So it drained all right. It's just not gonna fill up very good on the cold side. All right, that's it. That's the house.